Here's the pooping mess that my roosters made. Well, my one rooster brother has been inside the last 3 nights being warmed by the propane heater because he's been sick. He was actually, he seemed like something, there he is, he's doing good. He seemed like something was wrong with him for a while. He had some breathing problems. I didn't do much. Didn't seem like it was affecting any of the other chickens, but then I knew that it had to go away before Monday because Monday was going to get cold. And sure enough, Monday morning, he crawled out of the cage. He was the last one, and he didn't look good at all. He wasn't crowing. His face was cold. His water was cold. His crown was blue. And I just kept him inside, separate from the rest, and hoped that he got better. And he really took a turn for the worst. For a while, I didn't think he was going to make it. The other birds were pecking his tail feathers out. They were started pecking the sides of his wings right there, like they were trying to eat him. And he was so weak, he wasn't doing anything to defend himself. And this morning, he let out a little crow, and he kept doing it for about an hour till I finally got up. And now he's back outside with the flock because he seems like he's doing okay. He's back to doing chicken things, and hopefully his feathers start growing back in. He's got some new ones that we're trying to grow in, but yeah, they got a little damaged. Well, really damaged. But it looks like it's gonna be okay. It looks like they're gonna grow back. Yikes! Not sure if you guys can see that. Yeah, don't let your chickens do that to them. But yeah, I'm hoping before the real winter sets in, he gets a nice bunch of tail feathers growing in, and his wings finish, and the birds don't peck at his wings no more, his feathers no more. They do that. There's protein in the feathers. I don't know, maybe I gotta find some way to get more protein in their diet. But they've been doing that, especially to him. Okay. Oh, I know I gotta fix this. They're kind of crooked, but that's basically the idea right here. The new garden I just rebuilt, redid, took down a wall. Gonna bury the sides in sand. I'm gonna put my second tank that my dad gave me over here. I'm gonna face it in, push it up against the fence here, so that water can just fill in, and the truck can still pull up, fill it up, and I can just crank open that valve and flood the whole garden if I want to. And the ground will stay wet a lot longer once I get some netting up over this thing. First, I gotta straighten them out, of course. Look at those clouds. Might rain, said, I think, Sunday. But who knows? Weather out here is random. But yeah, it's pretty much winter now. November 1st, and there's not gonna be any more warm days, not till next year. There's Mama, or Aunt Jemima. She's back doing chicken things. Doesn't have the mother instinct no more. I got some more in here. I'm not sure if I showed you guys in another video or last video, but she's in there sitting on 4 eggs. If they all hatch, she'll be the mother of at least 2 of them. And yeah, I'm gonna redo this fence, but not till she's done, because I'm gonna have to move all this stuff. This is all pile of burnable things for the fire pit. But yeah, I got 2 more posts sitting out there, and I'm gonna put them right here. And I'm gonna get some like long 2x4s and lay them across so that I can make shade here too. There'll be shade running from this gate over to that gate. And I'll undo the thick chicken wire. This is what it is on the outside. This is, animals can get through it really easily. They can get through that too, this other grade, but they have to squeeze their way through and it slows them down. It's a lot better. And they're less likely to take a chance. So I got this all sealed up. This one's a little bit wider, but it still works. It faces the house. They don't usually like to, they'd rather go from behind. This is all the short gauge that they have to squeeze through the gate. Only this is the only part of this part of the garden that has the wide gauge. That's it. And yeah, I think I'm not sure. I might undo it, or I might just take like a 2-foot some of that I have over there and just run it right here on the bottom. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's better because it's it's got more of a grid for them to get through. But yeah, I'll cut it, and I'm gonna bring all this back, swing it all of it out, detach it from all these posts over to the front here, and then bring it out around here, put some posts on the outside here, and include this bush and this whole hill mound I have here with the cactus on it, all the cacti, and then probably put a gate right there, and then replace all of it. I'll keep this right here. Like I said, I'll redo this and then replace this with grade that's like this or smaller if I can get it, but it's the smaller you go, the more expensive it is. The next thing to do is like the little squares, but that is really expensive, and I need like it's got to be 4 feet wide. So yeah, I'm gonna replace from there all the way again to here, and then put a gate here. Tree's doing great. Yeah, still a lot of work to be done, but I do have some things planted for the winter. I got some onions sprouting. I gotta throw some more water in here. I put some potatoes in the ground. Like, you can see some onions sprouting over there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Onions. But yeah, it'll be great. Got my clothesline. All my different cacti that are doing well. If you guys know the name of that cholla, go ahead and leave a comment in it. I know that's the regular silver cholla right there. It's blind prickly pear. There's my one surviving Joshua tree, still growing. I'm going to put it in the ground this coming spring. There's another prickly pear that the squirrels just devoured. They didn't eat this one. This one's supposed to be blue, and it turned green mostly. And it's kind of a turquoise. But yeah, another regular silver cholla, and then the prickly pear that everybody knows. The ones that when I was a kid, the Mexicans would grow in their backyard and cook them. And I remember me and my cousins asked them if we asked the kids on the other side of the fence if they can throw us one, because we were so curious about what they tasted like. We didn't even cook it or anything, and we ended up getting thorns in our hands from picking it up. He didn't even touch it. I think I don't remember. I think he used like a garden tool to fling it over the fence to us, and we picked it up with our own hands. We should have known better. Yeah, it's really hard to keep these out here because the chickmunks and everything else just eats them. They devour them. Everything in there, even in that, it's pretty much all gone. I don't know if it's gonna turn around. All I need is one good rain and they'll stop doing this, because there'll be other plants growing out there. They haven't messed with anything in the tire. The prickly pear that's in there grizzly bear choya and regular silver choya, all doing fine. I guess I should cut this short soon. But I'll show you one real quick. This right here, the aloe vera my brother gave me back in San Jose. The original one he gave me is pretty much gone. I don't know where it's at, but it's got all these other ones that are growing and it's starting to take over this mound here. The blue mural, it's gone pretty dormant now. It's not growing anymore, but this one finally overtook this one. This was the taller one. Now this one's taller. And next year, I should have plenty of water. It would have gotten taller, but I ran out of water. All my plants would have done better this year, but I ran out of water. Next year, I'm not going to have that problem. I'll either have the well going or I'll have a better, closer access to water either way. And who knows how tall it's going to get next year. Look how tall this creosote's gotten too. It definitely wasn't that tall before. If you look back on my videos going way back to like 2 years ago when I first got here, even before that, like that summer, this plant was gray. You could see right through it. It looked like a skeleton plant, and it wasn't this tall for sure. But yeah, this plant just keeps getting a lot of water. It gets a lot more water than the rest of the creosote out there because I'm always pouring water right in the middle. And I also got the oleander over here. It's finally starting to grow. Again, also would have done a lot better this year if I'd given it more water. But they're pretty resilient. They make a good comeback. And usually when they start to wilt, the first thing they do is drop the leaves that are on the bottom. And I need that to happen because I plan on trying to grow this as much like a tree as I can. You know, it's got a long ways to go though. Long ways to go. This one's been in the ground second longest next to those plants back there. The aloe vera and the blue mural. I put this in the ground, I think, you'd have to check my videos, but I think I put it in like January or February. My first January, February I was here. I can't remember, but these are supposed to be bell peppers. They're not doing too well in the cold. This tree's doing great. But I think, kangaroo rats coming in here at night and they dig up holes. I tried planting onions in here and they just came and dug them up and ate them. So yeah, this obviously didn't stop them. All this grid, I don't know if they're climbing through it, going up around it, but whatever. Anyway, this is an add-on, a second cage I used. It's a lot better to keep the chickens in there if I need to separate one of them rather than putting them in the dog cage. I think anyways. I see other farms, they do it just like that, but when you put them in something like that, it only takes like a day or two and they just start getting lice and fleas all over them. They get covered in parasites. You walk past them and you'll go in your room and you'll sit down and you'll see like a lice bug or a flea crawling on your pant leg. So it's better to keep them in something like this where they can still get themselves all, you know, dusted up. They can give themselves dirt baths. Keeping a couple of the girls in here because they got razorback. They're starting to recover. Let's see if she's in here. Yeah, she's in here. I hear her. Hopefully laying an egg for me. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. That's my fall update. Adios.